I believe I got kind of trucked in the hole by the running back. Since then, I just haven't skipped any sets of squat, just leg day. So that's kind of just. Yeah.
Circle back onto Kari. What sorts of linebacker specific traits have you already seen popped in practice for him?
Yeah, he showed his versatility, physical. Whether he's usually guarding a tight end, so just coming down from safety. Just his mechanics on tight end, whether it's inside leverage, outside, he's a good. I feel like he teaches us in the linebacker room from learning from the safeties on stuff just like how to guard a tight end, inside out, and he's just been a good job. He's done a good job. He keeps asking questions, so he'll be pretty good.
As somebody who played a lot of running back in high school too, how much of the athletic advantage could that body type, that positional background be for him in coverage?
Yeah, he's a big body, and just being able to have that size in the box and having the mechanics of the safety with his footwork is going to lead him a big way in the box and outside.
Tony, we just heard from James Franklin that Cam has established an edge for that third running back job. So I'm curious, from your perspective, him coming through the hole with the ball, what does it look like this camp? What has that been like?
Yeah, I'm proud of Cam. I heard that today too, and I kind of talked to him. He worked his butt off, and this offseason too, he didn't turn on any contact, putting his head down and just running through the gap and finishing every play. So I'm excited for him.
Does he have that speed? I mean, I know he's the physicality is something we've heard about, but when he gets the open field, what does it look like too?
Yeah, he's explosive. He kind of reminds me of Nick. Obviously, not the size, but just his versatility. Coach Franklin mentions it a lot. Like when Engel tackled to start off the day, just one-on-ones, he's hard to tackle just for anybody. He's a problem in space, so I think that's a big thing for him.
Tony, there are some pretty high expectations for you this season. How do you handle those expectations?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm not really like a big media guy. I kind of don't focus on that stuff, but I'm just focused on the main thing, which is being a great teammate and playing my role. So
I know Curtis was a big sounding board in that room last year. Have you talked to him at all as you've kind of stepped into this increased role this year?
Yeah, I talk to him like probably once every 2 weeks, maybe once. And I talked to him a couple days ago after his game. He had a couple TFLs and stuff. And yeah, I kind of talked to him if I have any problems or am I thinking anything. He can give me some advice and just ask him how the NFL is and how he's doing. So he's been good.
Has he told you anything significant? Or?
I mean, I've been just telling him good job, like just watching his preseason games. But yeah.
What have you learned playing alongside Kobe King?
Yeah, his personality on the field. That's why he got picked captain. He talks to everybody on the field, has a mic. You got to, and he kind of expand that. I feel like that's been one of his major improvements since last season. Just watching from the sideline last season, and now playing with him, just his communication on the field, the voice he has. I feel like everybody listens to him, and I feel like that's just been leading not just me but the whole defense in the right direction.
I want to ask about another one of your classmates, Tamir Robinson. Franklin said he was sick for a little bit, lost some weight, but came through with a pretty strong camp, is in a position to play a lot more. How would you describe his year two growth and what he can do for the defense and special teams?
Yeah, I feel like he just came into camp having a good mentality, knowing his potential and what his role could be, and him knowing he's going to start and play a lot of special teams. Just it kind of switched his mindset, and now that when he got in defense, I could see his head, like his confidence was way up. Every play he made, he was excited, and just the defense energy, like I said. After anyone makes a big play, really, we just get happy for them, go around on the field, pat them, and I feel like that just leads them a long way, like someone like Tay, who's stepping up big time, so one even see.
Tony, you just mentioned you're not a big media guy. In the media, a West Virginia player made some pretty interesting comments. A lot of people thought they were interesting anyway about Penn State. Is that something that you saw? And if so, what was your reaction? Like, is that something that you plan on just brushing off or using as fuel for 2 weeks from now? So
yeah, I didn't see the video, but obviously, like I heard someone talk about in the locker room, but I kind of just walked past it. Just stuff like that. That's just people talking, and the game time will be there. So,
and how much have you watched of West Virginia's offense, and what have your takeaways been?
Yeah, we watched a couple. A good amount of plays on them. Starting tomorrow, really, we're just game planning more, and leading into next Monday, obviously game week. We're gonna know everything about them. So it's been a good week so far.
When Abdul and Denai are lined up across from each other and attacking, what does that look like, and what do you think that can do for this defense starting August 31st?
Yeah, obviously it's a scary look. And just even seeing them from my perspective is, I feel bad for the tackles and stuff, but just their voice, like Kobe has said, Denai, he talks loud, he screams, and I feel like that just brings fear into the opponent. And just being across them, my Donko is one of my close friends on the team, and he tells me how hard it is to block them. So, and he's one of the best tackles. So I feel like just against other teams, it's gonna be difficult. So.
Back to Tamir, I know when you guys were getting recruited, you kind of had the whole TNT thing going. Are you guys still really close, and how has that kind of helped you guys as you've entered your second years here?
Yeah, we're probably as close as ever, just because we moved in with each other this offseason, beginning of summer, and just riding with him and him riding with me every day. Just bond, whether it's music, just talking about life after practice, before practice, and just playing video games with each other. We've always been close, but we're excited for each other this season, and we always got each other's back.
Good roommate, bad